Okay, now let's open up Butterbin. It's inside your work file folders, right? Do you have this butterbin.psd? Can you open up this? Now, in the reality, right, you won't have this kind of frame created for you. You are supposed to create your individual frames. Okay, I'm sure you have seen those cartoons before, right? It's like moving from here to here, right? It's usually made out of a lot of frames. Like slowly walk here. Okay, okay. Now, this is a very old method of doing the animation, because of course now with Flash animation, with a lot of things, new software, right? You can actually create one character, then you can animate it from there. Okay, you don't have to draw so many frames. Okay, now in this question, they actually test you. If you look at your questions, can I take a look at the questions, please? Thank you very much. Okay, question 21. Okay, question 21. Okay, we have opened up Butterbin, right? They want you to merge the bin and frame 4 layers. Okay, now if I want to preserve the frame 4 layer names, right? Okay, remember you should highlight these two, right? And then what you can do is you can merge the layer. Okay, can you merge these two layers first? This is one part they want to test you and see whether you know how to merge layers or not. Okay. Now, in the next question, they ask you, from the Butterbin file, create an animated GIF that plays once without looping. That means this animation will only happen once. Okay, without looping means it will not keep on looping. You won't repeat the animation. Okay, with a frame delay of 0.1 seconds between all the frames. Okay, that means right now we have 5 frames here, right? Each frame will only stay for 0.1 seconds. Okay. Then they ask you to save this file as animated GIF file and then name as rubbish.gif to your candidate drive. Always look out for all these bold wordings, because sometimes you only see the first thing. Save the file as animated GIF and then forget to rename it. Then you won't get the marks also. Okay? Okay, now if you take a look at all this, okay, I'm going to close frame 5 to 2. Okay, can you just disable all the eye first? Now, let's look at the first frame. This bottle is halfway like that, right? Now, can you click on the second frame now? You see it's slowly moving to the yellow bin, right? Okay, frame 4 going in already. Last frame is already in. Okay, so basically this is the concept of like you should do a frame by frame animation in Photoshop. Okay, now can you activate your timeline panel by going to Window, okay, and scroll down to, do you see this timeline? Okay, click once. Now only activate this timeline once you have prepared all the frames. Okay, do you realize that if you activate this frame, right, this timeline frame, right, before you are done with your single frames, right, later on your animation will be a bit confusing for you. Like sometimes, I thought I already hide this, but how come it is still there? Okay. Okay, now let's close all the eyes first. I'm going to show the first frame. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I merge these two layers first. Okay, sorry, wrong layer. Okay, now you have the timeline bar here, right? Okay, this is the first frame. Okay, so I'm going to turn off all the eyes first. Okay, I'm going to leave the first frame. Now remember, in each frame, right, you should only review one layer. Okay, because you want to have different the animations going on, right? Okay, now the question requires us to use what is second? 0.1 second, right? Can you click here? Do you see there's 0.1 second here? Okay, of course, if you want to customize your seconds, you can actually click on others and you can type in your any value of your seconds. Okay, right now I'm using 0.1 second. Okay, and then okay, without looping, right? Do you see this forever? Okay, without looping, that means it's only happening once. Okay, same thing also you can use for others. Okay, now any other setting that we need to? Okay, so yeah, we have 0.1 second and without looping. Okay, these are the two settings that already assigned to us. Okay, now based on this frame, right, we're going to create another frame from this. Okay, do you see this icon here? Can you click once? Okay, now once I at the second frame, right, do you think which layer should I review? Frame 2, right? Okay, now since frame 2 is actually covering frame 1, it's okay if you want to hide this or not, it's fine. Okay, but for safety reason being kiasu, I'll try to on only one layer. Okay, now do you realize that 0.1 second is the same throughout? Okay, of course you can individually change them. Okay, so remember, okay, now we're going to create another frame, right? Okay, click here again. Okay, create a new, and then turn on the third frame, and so on and so forth. Okay, fourth frame, and then create a new one, the last frame. Okay. Now, do you realize that once you activate timeline panels, right? Do you see there are more icons here? Previously, it doesn't appear, right? Okay, that's the reason why I say that once you prepare all your frames, right, then only you go and activate this panel. Otherwise, you'll see all these things, okay? And then now, okay, if you can just click on frame 1, frame 2, do you see it's like moving already? Okay. Now, there's a button below here. You can click on play button here. Now, you see that? You can go to the first frame and play again. Okay. But remember, for animated GIF file, right, it's best that you create lesser frame. Because the more frame you have, right, you will give bigger file size to your GIF file. So, okay. Now over here, actually, the color that used here, right, is not so colorful, so it's still acceptable. Remember, I told you that for GIF file, they actually support lesser colors. Okay. And then, of course, if you want this color and this quality, right, it's best that we save as JPEG. But JPEG doesn't support animation. Okay. Now, once you have done this, right, please do not go to individual frame and do changes anymore. Okay. That's why I'll say that it's best that you prepare everything first. You confirm, okay, this is the animation that one. Then only you go to do this step. Okay. But what if in the middle, right, you found, this is wrong already? Then no choice, you need to remove all your second frame to the fifth frame. Then you recreate the animation again. Okay. Okay. Now can we try to file save for web? Okay. File save for web. Okay. We're going to create the animated GIF file. Okay. Now, some of you would have only one window like this, or some of you have actually 2 or 4, right? Okay, it's okay. Okay, now let's look at 2 up. It's actually the preview window for you to compare. Now, this is the original picture file size. Do you see that? It's about 403K, right? But before that, can you change the preset to animated? Okay, I'm going to use. Remember I told you the 1, 2 is actually a color, right? Okay, I want to preserve the color. Can you use the first one? Okay, you see, right now you have 1, 2, 8 colors, right? Now, but even then, you can actually see the before and after. Do you see that? Right now, the color here is a bit dull already. Do you realize that? Okay, this is actually the JPEG format, PSD format. But this is in the GIF file. Do you see this? Okay, now, you can compare the file size. This is only 19 KB, okay? And then it takes about 4 seconds to download at this speed. Okay, now same thing also here. Do you see the looping options here? You still can change it if you want. Okay. Usually this is more useful for web designer. For example, if I go to 4up, right? Okay, I want to compare. Now I click here. I can use different presets. Okay, maybe I want JPEG. Okay, then when I click here, okay, maybe I use PNG 24. Okay, I can reduce the viewing. You see, there's actually giving you different quality. Do you see that? Among the all, right? Okay, if you zoom in a little bit, right? Now you go and see this part. Do you see that when it's GIF file, it becomes grainy? Okay? But when it's JPEG, right, it's fine. PNG is still okay. Do you see that? But sadly, PNG doesn't support animation. So our only choice is only GIF file. Okay? Okay, now can you click on save? Okay. By right, it should give you .gif. Okay, now can you click on save? Okay, it should save into your folder already, right? Okay, can you go to your folder where you save your file, right? Don't double click on the GIF file. Okay, right click and then open with Internet Explorer or Google Chrome also okay.